Hey guys. It is currently the 31st of August, and I need to film my September TBR and get it up for you guys. So I'm going to kind of try and do this by category. I do have 4 books, I physically want to read, or I physically have that I want to read, but I also have the audiobook for them. And one I have the audiobook, actual book, and ebook for. So yeah. But first, let's get into the ones I physically have. I only have 4 books that I want to read that I physically have this month. The first book is Selection by Kara Cass. I did start this in August. I only got to chapter 5 of this book. This is a reread for me. This is kind of like a secondhand book because I did get this from my middle school's library of books that she didn't want, or she didn't need, that she was getting new ones of. So she was getting rid of the old ones, and I got the Selection and the Elite, the One, and I think the Air, but not the Crown. But yeah, so I want to read this one. This one is about America and Maxon. Maxon is the prince in this, and he is holding a selection to find his wife. So there is 35 girls, I think. Yeah, 35 girls to compete to become Maxon's wife. And this is a reread for me. I remember liking this book a lot when I read it the first time, so I want to see if I still like it a lot reading it now. The next 2 books are actually by Casey West. So the first book is Love, Life, and the List. I originally read this back in middle school. I think it was 6th or 7th grade. Yeah. So this book follows 17-year-old Abby Turner, and her summer isn't going the way she planned. She has a not so secret but definitely unrequired crush on her best friend Cooper. She hasn't been able to manage her mother's growing issues with anxiety, and now she's been rejected from an art show because her work has no heart. So when she gets another opportunity to show her paintings, Abby isn't going to take any chances, which is where the list comes in. Abby gives herself 1 month to do 10 things, ranging from face of fear. Number 3, to learn a stranger's story. No, that's number 5. And to fall in love, which is number 8. She knows that if she can complete the list, she'll become the kind of artist she's always dreamed of being. But as the deadline approaches, Abby realizes that getting through the list isn't as straightforward as it seems, and that maybe, just maybe, she can't change her art if she isn't first willing to change herself. And I remember really liking this. The first time I read it, I believe I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. So I want to continue to, like, I want to reread it to see if it is actually worth what I gave it the first time I read it. The next book is Moment of Truth by Casey West. I apparently read this book before. I don't remember reading this book before. That's why I want to reread it so I can like refresh my memory and stuff. But this follows 16-year-old Hadley Moore, and she knows exactly who she is, a swimmer who will earn a scholarship to college, totally worth all the hard work, even if her arching shoulders don't agree. So when a guy dressed as Hollywood's latest action hero, Heath Hall, crashes her swim meet, she isn't amused. Instead, she's determined to make sure he doesn't bother her again. Only she's not sure exactly who he is. The swim meet isn't the first event the imposter has interrupted, but a little digging turns up a surprising number of people who could be Heath Hall, including Hadley's ex-boyfriend and her best friend's crush. She soon finds herself getting caught up in the mysterious world of the fake Heath Hall. As Hadley gets closer to uncovering the unmasked boy's identity, she also discovers some uncomfortable truths about herself, like she might resent the long shadow her late brother has cast over her family, that she isn't as happy as she pretends to be with her life choices, and that she is falling for the last guy she ever thought she would like. I honestly could not tell you what I gave this the last time I read it, but I do like it, or I like Casey West's writing, and I will definitely be reading more from her of books that I find interesting. Okay, guys, so the final book that I have here, that I physically have, is The French Girl by Lexi Elliott. This follows 6 university students from Oxford, and they go to this French style like farmhouse, and so they go to this farmhouse for like vacation, and they go to this place, and then they meet serving. Okay, guys, so this is the book. Like I said, it was 6 university students from Oxford, and they go to this French farmhouse for like a vacation, and then the girl next door named Servine comes, and then she ends up going missing, and then like a decade later her body is found, and Kate Channing, and her friends end up getting investigated, and yeah. So I hope I can finish this book. I am on chapter 4, so hopefully I can finish this month, and it's pretty short. So yeah. The next category I want to talk about is ebooks on my Kindle app. Okay, so the ebooks I want to read, I want to finish The Dark One. I'm 89% of the way through, so I'm almost done with it. And then I want to read Twisted Hate. I'm 51% of the way through that one, which The Dark One's by Nikki St. Crow, and then Twisted Hate is by Anna Kwong. I also have the selection on ebook too, so I could read it on my phone, or I could read it physically. And then there's other books that I want to read on Kindle. I maybe want to try and finish or read more of Scarlet. I just don't know. I'm not interested in it right now. It is a Little Red Riding Hood retelling, and I'm only 4% of the way through, so I might not finish it, but I don't know. But I believe that's it for the ebooks. I also have Puck Me Secretly I might read, and there might be a couple of other ones I might read, but I'm not gonna say those. For now, I'm going to get into the audiobooks. So for the audiobooks, for the books that I have, either on, but I have Twisted Hate by Anna Kwong, but I also have the audiobook, the ebook for this one. I might read more of Fourth Wing. I don't know if I'm going to finish it this month, but I do want to get further into it. I have Puck Me Secretly. I only have it for 10 more days, so I might actually read this one. Or I have it for 18 more days, so I might actually read this one too. I have the selection. I have this one, Court of Thorns and Roses. I also have this book. I also have this book for audio, and then I have this book. So I have all 4 of physical reads, or the physical books that I have, and then I have other books that I could possibly read, either on Kindle or listen to it. But I believe that is all for the Kindle books, ebooks, and physical books. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys like it. Yeah. Comment down below if you've read any of these books that I mentioned. And tell me your thoughts on it and stuff like that. But I will talk to you guys in my next video. And see ya.